Greetings and salutations, viewers. We're the Land Stars, and we're back with what should be the last two non-canon endings of stories.
I want to lick the purple rock.
Okay, I guess we're going after the rock then.
The island was... Give me some grape rock. It's purple.
But ancient codices,
I was gonna say, they say it's black, but it kind of looks purple to me.
I mean, like, the black diamond of Eclipso, whenever I tend to see it in comics, has a purpley tint to it. It's gonna be hilarious when my box of comic books arrives, because I'm going to hand, like, the Eclipso showcase to you. So you can read it and be angry that, like, this is not particularly good, but it could have been. There is a solid concept there, but alas, it was written by DC in the 60s, which means they weren't friggin' trying. DC in the 70s, now, then they started trying a little harder.
They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Professor! Lava! Hot!
Yes, you are.
Hey!
Ooh, so close.
Because we need the level, clearly.
I know, right? Just like we need all of those essences for our swords that are completely maxed out.
Yeah. Really, they didn't think the item economy of this game through entirely.
Not really.
There had to be some way to use the Iblis stone. It was old, wasn't it? People are so much cleverer now. And Renato was pretty sure he was cleverer than most people.
Is he, though? Is he really?
Kind of debatable, given what we've seen thus far.
The first time I use it, the odds are practically nothing.
Faster, stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which. The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Okay, that just increases the hookshot speed, that one. Got it.
Okay.
Let's see, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more possible things to level up.
We're not gonna get them because that would require us repeating more endings, which we would never do.
No, especially on purpose. Screw your puzzle, I'm just speedballing it.
Speedrun time!
Nyum.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made. It was the stone, eager, thirsty.
No, I don't wanna.
Nah.
That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "It's the core," said the stone anxiously. But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
We want the core.
Okay.
The stone bothered.
Time to become the ultimate
The
dungeon
moment
master.
he landed the Farfarer, Renato had
Time to free D20, Mom.
regret. It's not too late.
I mean, we are a fox.
Yeah, and we have a sword.
Yeah, and we can do the new.
He frowned. Wait a minute.
Tunic was a better game.
Yeah.
To kill Zenobia, did he?
I mean, what if this whole time
technically she was the
maybe
enemy, but they'd been a
Stories was the prequel to
They'd
Tunic?
never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him
Tunic got nominated for Game of the Year. This did not.
No.
that she was the Emperor's daughter.
Nobody I knew about this game until I showed it to them.
Stone.
Okay, those bridge planks aren't attached to anything.
No, they're not. I mean, considering how everything is floating islands, maybe the bridges can float too.
Then why don't we float?
Maybe we're wearing anti-gravity boots.
What?
Maybe the boots we wear make it so that we stay on the ground? So there'd be anti-gravity boots?
Ow.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be Imperial gogglers. The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you. Are you afraid of it?" It chuckled.
I fear nothing, I'm a rock.
Don't be racist. I'm a crystal.
Renato did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards. Everybody wants to die, raise your weapon. All right.
One of the jokes in one of the Discworld books is like they're in this. A bunch of the characters are in this empire, and every so often the person Rincewind is traveling with is Cohen the Barbarian, who is very old.
Yeah.
He got that way by being very good at surviving. Whenever they get attacked, I would rather die than betray my emperor. Okay. So finally, like, people start saying, don't say anything like that if you actually want to live.
He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost.
Okay, so what we need to do next, I believe, is see the scientists.
Okay.
A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Wise enough to kick your ass!
As the Farfarer made its way toward... See? He'd trusted his gut, and it had worked out. That's what it meant to be a hero. To ignore the naysayers and the odd-makers, and do what you knew was right, and have it turn out to be the right thing. Well, he wasn't worried. Once he got to the observatory, the scientist toads could explain it. Then he could carry the war into the enemy's camp and destroy them all. Oh dear, he was getting a little bloodthirsty, wasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
This was a roundabout way of getting there.
Roundabout by Yes is a great song.
Who?
Not who, Yes.
So the band's name is who?
The band's name is Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yes already has a convoluted enough history. Until a couple years ago, there were actually two separate groups touring as Yes, and depending on which one you called Yes, you would start a fist fight with the other half of the Yes fandom. like Yes split, formed new groups, and reabsorbed those groups so many times. It's kind of mind-boggling. Like, I looked at the history of Yes one time, and I was like, what? And yeah, which lineup of Yes is the true lineup is a very divisive subject. But, like, fans of new Guns N' Roses versus old Guns N' Roses don't know, like, how bad it could be. Because Yes is even more ridiculous and complicated.
Renato had never felt better in his life. Normally, a battle would wear him down, and he would need a night's sleep. Now he felt like he could go all night.
He wants to rock and roll a 9 party every day.
People were cheering him on, and
Not a fan of that song.
No.
One raven after another.
Not a huge fan of Kiss anyway, but Detroit Rock City's an alright song though.
And the Sky Ripper Core. Two artifacts from the time.
Is that a song about cooking?
Detroit Rock City? No.
Hero, wasn't
But it involves a rock.
he? He had enough power to save the rebellion, but he had to understand his power, so he would not misuse it.
Hang on.
Who doesn't love being shot at by cannons? You kept these things loaded.
Angry Orchard. It's locally brewed here.
Yeah, that is true. We went to the facility last time I was before I moved here when I was visiting.
Yep.
I have to remember the name of that other brewery between here and Middletown. At
Yeah. Yeah, I probably won't remember it till I pass it going to work tomorrow.
some point. Yeah. I'll be cleaning the oven, cleaning a few other things, waiting to hear about the pod getting here.
Renato had opened a chest, and a jack-in-the-box jumped out. Jack-in-the-boxes, they gave them the Wiggins.
The Wiggins.
The Wiggins.
I thought it would be the Willies.
Ah, that reminds me of a play I was in. Don't say sink! It gives him the willies.
What's wrong with sinks?
He's my character was a sea captain, so whenever anyone said sink, gives me the willies. I made me Scottish for random reasons.
No more feedback pattern souls. But the core is not an unlimited energy source, said one toad. Another said,
there's a feedback loop, you see, which could overload the stone. The stone doesn't actually feed on souls,
claimed a third.
but on pain of killing another sentient being. If you can truly be at peace with yourself, it would not overload.
This was all very confusing. At peace? Yes, the mountains were peaceful and quiet, but he now had the power to turn the tides.
We should talk to the council.
Report to the Rebellion Council.
Okay.
And prepare for the decisive battle. Renato couldn't make sense of anything the toads said, and listening to them argue made him restless. The Iblis Stone had made him a power in his own right.
Sarat has comments on our dinner. He believes at least part of it should be deep fried. We have a fryer.
We do. I got it for $20.
I'm hesitant to use it for a variety of reasons, but we have it. I mean, our dinner was already like a heart attack enough.
His sword felt ready too. It seemed to know what he wanted most.
Oh, spoopy music.
Reminds me of one of the songs from the Lord of the Rings movies. Showed up in the Two Towers game a lot.
Huh.
Yeah. The Return of the King game was even better than the Two Towers game, but they were both fun.
Yeah. I got all three of them on PS2.
You also have Champions of Norath, which would potentially make for an interesting stream series.
Yeah.
Been a very long time since I've played it, but
Same.
I did, at different points I did genuinely try all the classes. I don't think I built them optimally, but you don't really have to necessarily.
No.
Iblis Stone wasn't pestering him anymore. Good. He didn't want to chit-chat, not with anybody. He didn't want to think about Zenobia or Lapino. He just wanted to fight.
Hit somebody!
Renato then goes on to make his own hockey team.
I mean, the Phoenix hockey team is the Coyotes. That's where the Hartford Whalers moved to. Or Connecticut.
Yep.
They have to root for the Bruins now.
What's a Bruin?
Bear.
Oh.
Actually, it's a word for brown, I'm pretty sure, but it's also a term used for bears.
Oh, okay.
Cheering him on, like he was in the arena, winning bout after bout.
The Bruins are one of the older hockey teams, though. Of course, now they do the Stanley Cup in June, which confuses the hell out of me.
Maybe because it's warmer?
That's... You... What?
I mean, yes, I know that it's going to be cold in a hockey rink, but maybe it's less cold in the summer?
But it's hockey, it's supposed to be cold.
So then you're not double cold?
Ow, my robot brain needs beer.
I mean, it's right over, the cider's right over there.
Long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Maybe using some of that for a risotto later this week.
Yep.
Star's dad gave us a bunch of venison, which I'm eager to play with.
Yep. Open up.
Before it lights up, the door kind of looks like a face to me.
Yeah. Kind of a robot face.
Yeah. Reminds me a little bit of the Fina face from Torrance Passage.
He slew and slew across the ruins and into the labyrinth that hid the secret rebel base. He was surprised not to see any defenders or even any of the council toads. When he reached the council chambers, there were still no toads, only filthy ravens. Stop him!
Plank's gone mad!
One raven shouted until he had hacked them all down. There was not a single toad anywhere. No doubt they'd all been taken prisoner, so it was up to him to take revenge upon the Imperial fleet. But where had they taken the council? It couldn't be good that the Empire had not only found the secret rebel base, but killed or captured everyone there. No matter. He was on a roll. He headed full speed towards the Imperial fleet.
This reminds me of something from the second Family Guy Star Wars thing. I feel like I could take the Empire on by myself. Really? Because that would be awesome. Hey everyone! Dak says he's got this. Yeah, go Dak! Alright, let's go! Hey Empire, why don't you suck on some Dak? Blam!
Right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense. As he slew his way across the fleet, Renato thought he could hear a small voice whispering in his ear. "Find your gauntlet, you idiot," it said. "Oh, for heaven's sake," he thought. "Can I be alone in my own head?"
No.
"Look at the stone." "I'm busy," he told the voice. "Talk later." "And it will be too late," cried the voice. "Don't be so bloody thick. Piss off."
Okay, this isn't the ending I thought it was. I can't possibly have imagined that ending, but maybe I did.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor.
Yeah, it's still funny, we get it, haha.
The Emperor
Yep.
feared.
Funny joke!
Now his
I get that reference.
References from like 7 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. Bleh.
Bleh.
Say aw.
There was the Emperor. Renato cut down his elite guard. The exalted Toad cowered fearfully. He had sought to evade death and only made death come to him faster. Renato savored the moment. And then, too quick, it was over. He stood over the dead Emperor.
Death to tyranny! He shouted. Go, House, go!
Zenobia stepped
There's a joke there that I missed, but...
Yeah.
to stop, she said. You've killed everyone. Our ravens, your rebels. You murdered the whole rebel council.
What? Oh, the Ravens killed the council. Yeah, big idiot. They don't even know what the secret base is. Shouted Lapino, who was with her for some reason.
Look at the stone, said Zenobia. It was black as night. Blacker.
But I fed it the core, said Renato. It was glowing. Well, who needs a core? He said, and he attacked.
Zenobia conjured her best, and Lapino hopped around like a mad rabbit. Killed them both.
Effort!
Yep.
I am unstoppable, he orated at the blood-soaked walls. I alone shall be emperor.
The tiny voice inside him screamed.
That doesn't even sound like you big fanny.
That's what... Okay.
But he ignored it. Who listens to voices in their heads anyway? Madmen, that's who.
Well, damn.
Oh, again?
And he already had all the secrets he needed. He was sure of that.
Hero ignores personal safety
not
to
used in the
cheerfully
right
fight
way.
for the rebellion.
For the
The
rebellion.
best,
For the
worst
rebellion.
mistake you could make.
For the rebellion.
For the Boffins.
For the Boffins.
Traitor.
We'll see what... We only have the one left before taking on the true ending. So, what this last baby's gonna do? Well, you're just gonna have to wait and find out. But until then, we're the Land Stars saying thank you very much for watching.
Many Bossins died to bring you this LP.
So many.